Cabela's North American Bass Circuit presented by Mercury Motors.
And anytime you got an offshore wind, that water temperature will drop. It can drop as much as 5, 6, sometimes 10 degrees.
We're going to be facing a lot of wind and waves, so.
They bite better in the wind, but today might be a little extreme. Hopefully we can get on them and find where they're at.
Welcome to Federation Angler TV. Today, we're at Wisconsin's legendary Little Sturgeon Bay of Lake Michigan for the first event of the 2015 Cabela's North American Bass Circuit presented by Mercury. The event offers a single day of competition on the world-renowned smallmouth bass fishery, which is widely regarded as one of the planet's premier smallmouth destinations. Last year's Little Sturgeon Bay qualifier, Jason Stangl and Chris Cox put together a record-setting 5 bass limit, weighing 30 pounds to win the event and claim victory, which was worth more than $11,000 in cash and prizes.
Right now, this time of the year, they are thinking about making babies. The spawn, we're in the pre-spawn period. They're out searching for their beds and looking to do their reproduction process for the spring, and they're going to be plentiful and hopefully easy to catch. We're fishing from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. one flight. All 66 boats will go out continuously. They are allowed to cull in bass tournaments in the state of Wisconsin, so they'll be able to upgrade all day long to get their best 5 fish. 14-inch minimum.
What you're looking for is rock sand transition. They're feeding on smelt, on gobies, and crayfish, but they need rock sand transition. I don't care if it's the 30-foot rock sand transition or the 3-foot. You've got to have rock sand transition.
Cabela's, the world's foremost outfitter for hunting, fishing, and outdoor gear, is in its 5th season as title sponsor of the Nabc. And this year's event is proudly presented by Mercury.
I've ran Mercury since the early 80s. It's probably the best motor out there. I think it's phenomenal.
The Pro XS motor is a great motor. It's tried and true, proven reliability, and it gets great fuel economy as well.
You always stick with Mercury. Been a Mercury man all my whole life, since 5 years old, running around the John boat.
The Cabela's North American Bass Circuit was based on 2 tournaments in Wisconsin, 2 tournaments in Minnesota, with our championship kind of rotates between the 2 and sometimes ends up in the middle on the Mississippi River. And our championship this year is at Lake Minnetonka. NorthAmericanBassCircuit.com, you can get on there and register for the tournaments. If you're interested, it's a $500 entry fee per 2-person team. We are a team event here. Guys fish together. We have families fishing together, friends, and it's just a great way to get away, have some fun, and fish some great bodies of water.
Anticipation is really high. All anglers know that they're at the best bass fishery in the country.
Weather seems to be changing on us a little bit. We had bright sunny days and wind shifted 180 degrees, so we expect it to be similar, but it might cloud up the water, change conditions a little bit from yesterday.
It's cooled off the last 2 days. There's going to be a big chop on the water today. Hopefully we can get a good bag together, but first time being here, it's going to be a little difficult.
Chilly, but I think we can like it. It puts it more in our favor. I like tough fishing. Always makes us better.
Weather forecast is not going to be too bad. I heard between 12 and 20 miles an hour wind out of the northeast. Clouds, that doesn't really matter. It's the wind. We are on a big body of water here, and it can get really nasty.
We begin our coverage with Brent Carlson and Tony Grosskreutz from Minnesota.
There we go.
Small draw. We got 2 keeper smallmouth. We had 3 little ones that we threw back, knowing they wouldn't really do us any good, and probably half a dozen walleyes. Right now, the best thing's been a swim bait, a little 4-inch paddle tail swim bait. We've caught a couple on jerkbait, a couple on Alabama rig, but swim bait seems to be the best. In this wind, it seems to be that stuff horizontals being a little bit better with the active fish and the wind blowing in.
You have all these choices in here, and it always seems like you just revert back to the one that your favorite one, but very important you get these things rigged straight on your hook. You need to look as natural as possible. Hook up, tail down. Insert into lake, catch 6-pounder. Got him.
There you go.
Be the right kind. Yeah, right?
Oh yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yep.
Nice one. Yeah!
There you go.
Jumbo. Nice. So that's all let's do it. Go it out, reel it in, catch a big one.
More coverage of the 2015 Cabela's North American Bass Circuit when we come back. This episode of Federation Angler TV is brought to you by Cabela's. It's in your nature. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. And by Mercury, #1 on the water. It's very cold and windy here on Little Sturgeon Bay of Lake Michigan. 40 degrees and a northeastern wind at 15 miles per hour makes it very hard to even stand on the boat. We're continuing our coverage of the 2015 Cabela's North American Bass Circuit with boat number 16, Nathan Kaluski and Nick Tislau.
It's a little rough. It's the wind's not cooperating too well. I know a few guys made some runs, but we're worried about getting back. It's supposed to get windier. So found a little pocket of warmer water here. Caught a few so far. We'll see how it goes the rest of the day here. May not even be a keeper.
Nope. It's barely there, dude. Gets our 5 at least, though.
Supposed to get windier. Was only supposed to start at 10 miles an hour and get up to 14, but I'd say we're past that already, so it's not supposed to get any warmer. It's got a cold front, unfortunately. Not much you can do about it. Stand up. Unless he does it. Yeah, he's not big. He's not big. Here, let me help you. Not a very big one, baby. Not gonna help us today, but still fun.
Yeah, this one's better.
Yeah, oh no! Oh my God!
You lost the
ball. This is a bad spot.
Ah, come on.
Yeah, he's better than what we got.
Definitely better than what we got.
God, I can't believe I fucking kicked you front. Well, second pole lost here today. That was a little better fish.
Yeah, a little better. We need a check now just to buy new poles.
What?
So we need a check now to buy new poles.
We're continuing our coverage of the 2015 Cabela's North American Bass Circuit with the 2014 Team of the Year, Jim Barzak and Mike Mayen.
It was an honor and a humbling experience winning it. Fishing against some of the best anglers in the area. It was a great reward getting the Cabela's gift certificates and then paid entries into this year's tournament season. So it was a very nice incentive. And I think everybody's gonna probably struggle this morning. It's cold, but we're not predicted to have much sunlight today, so it might be a tough day all around. Mercury's always performed well in the tough conditions. The OptiMax technology with the air-assisted direct fuel injection really helps you get good fuel economy, especially at partial cruise throttles and idle speed. And that it still tops a lot of the 4-stroke engines that are made out there, and considered clean with a 3-star EPA rating.
Oh boy. I just want to get the first couple bites, that's all I want. Give me an idea of what they want. Fish, bounced it off a rock and he hit it. Hate to say it, but it feels like a walleye. Got weight though.
The hell I got?
Giant walleye. Holy, that's my biggest ever. Oh, sorry. Wow. That's got to be pushing 8.5, 9 pounds. Ugh. Thanks for the bite.
Now, let's get back in the boat with Nathan Kaluski and Nick Tislau.
Yeah, bigger than what we got.
Another good one when you're digging. Here it comes. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, he's not bigger than we thought.
There we go. That's what we need. 5 like that, baby. That's what
5
we
like
need.
that. Maybe the big ones are moving in. That makes my rod not feel so bad that I lost it anymore. About a 4.5, 5 pounder right there.
So that's like a 3-pound call right there. That'll help.
We'd like to move around and try to catch some bigger fish. We need to, but the weather just won't allow us. I feel bad for the people that went north. It's gonna be one heck of a ride back. Bigger than
It's not bad.
Looks like one we threw away.
I don't think you'll call, no.
No. There's one.
You got him? Don't we net him? Yeah, he won't call.
Not as big as the last one. Still fun though. There's one. That's a big one. This side. Yeah, don't lose another rod.
That's why I want to make sure it's all the way in.
This side. This is a giant, dude. Get him.
There we go, baby.
That might be about the same size as the last one, maybe a little fatter.
That might be better. Better than the one we got, I think. Yeah, it's
pretty fat.
Definitely better than the one we got. Better. Good call. Maybe pound.
We got a pretty big change in weather coming. It looks like there's rain maybe 1 mile, 2 miles up the lake here. Once that hits, it's just going to make it that much more miserable out here weather-wise with the wind and the rain. But as long as we're catching fish, that's all that really matters to us. You got one?
This might be a pull.
Huh?
This might be a pull. Yes! Yes!
Hey, it's mine. I knew you'd hook it. This is the best catch of the day.
It just got heavy, kept moving. I knew it wasn't a fish.
We got probably have around 16 to 18 pounds at the moment. Hoping to do a little upgrading before the end of the day. Got a couple hours left to fish, so it's been a good day so far. The water temperature's dropped here 2.5 degrees from maybe 30 minutes ago.
Wish the wind would go away.
What?
Wish the wind would just stop.
Federation Angler TV will be right back after these messages.
That's what we're after.
This episode of Federation Angler TV is brought to you by Garmin, the power of simple. G-Juice Live Well Treatment. Stratus, the right quality, the right performance, all the right price. And by Cabela's, it's in your nature. Welcome back to Federation Angler TV. we're on Little Sturgeon Bay of Lake Michigan for the first event of 2015 Cabela's North American Bass Circuit, presented by Mercury. Let's continue our coverage with Steve Dittmer and Brady Drown.
You know what, temperatures dropped. I was here earlier in the week and the temperatures are almost 10 degrees cooler than what they were at the beginning of the week. The last 2 days were drastic weather changes, which changes everything.
And some days it's phenomenal up here, and some days you grind it out. You never know what you're going to catch and the size that you're going to catch. Catch a 2-pounder on the first cast, next cast you got a 7-pound smallmouth. You just never know.
There's one.
Got him?
Yep.
You're on the net. You're on the net. Oh, you gotta slide right, please.
Yeah.
Nice fish, Steve, but sorry. No help.
What's that?
No help.
No help?
No, sir. All right.
While water temperature is dropping 8 degrees, Matt Peters and Dustin Bufflin find themselves looking for fish in warmer water in the deep trench cutting into a shallow flat.
They'll slide up and down this thing to eat. We're just trying to throw into it and drag it up a little bit and get them to grab it on the way out. And we're doing our best to imitate a crawdad with these tubes.
Yeah, what he said.
If we stick together as a team, we'll be just fine.
That's right.
Today we've got a north-northeast blowing at probably 15, and it somehow pushed a big cell of cold water that swooped into the corner of this bay and overnight dropped the water 8 degrees. So that's the nature of the beast we're fighting, is trying to figure out where it's pushed that warm water. After this, we'll wheel out of here and we'll just drive around looking for where that water's maybe warmed up. Where did it push the warm water? Because the fish will have followed it.
Get the line off of them. What happened here by food one?
That's what we're after. That and bigger.
It'll be a start though. We gotta add to the collection for now.
What's you catch that one?
Slob, yep. That's good. Nice. That'll help. That's what we're after.
Oh yeah, look at that one.
That's what we're after.
Nice work, bud.
What'd I do?
Good work, bud.
Oh, I'm gonna catch that one.
Hey, you leaned into him like twice before he set. That fish all got pretty small.
Coming up, time to weigh in their best 5 fish and find out who's the champions of the 2015 Cabela's North American Bass Circuit. This episode of Federation Angler TV has been brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Mercury, #1 on the water. And by Garmin, the power of simple. The 2015 Cabela's North American Bass Circuit at Little Sturgeon Bay has concluded. 66 teams from 9 states and 2 Canadian provinces battled on the bay's legendary smallmouth fishery. 300 fish weighing 1,169 pounds, 12 ounces crossed the stage to the delight of weigh-in fans gathered at scenic Wave Point Marina. Coming in third, with 24 pounds, 8 ounces, are John O'Connor and Joe Froreich. They collect $2,050 in cash, plus a pair of $125 Cabela's cash cards. Second place finishers, Mark and Shane Raveling from Minnesota, weigh 24 pounds, 9 ounces, and take home $4,100 in cash, plus 2 $225 Cabela's cash cards. And the champions of the 2015 Cabela's North American Bass Circuit on Little Sturgeon Bay are Troy Norman and Andrew Carlson from Ontario. They sack a 5 bass limit weighing 26 pounds, 9 ounces. Norman and Carlson claimed the $8,200 first place cash prize, plus 2 $450 Cabela's cash cards. They also collected $1,500 from the Big Bass Pot for a 6-pound, 9-ounce behemoth that was the biggest fish brought to the scale during the event. In all, the top 13 teams shared almost $30,000 in cash and prizes.
The body of water out here is just unreal. Like, we don't get to catch 6-7 pound smallmouth back home, and that's a pretty common fish out here.
And here's the rest of the leaderboard. The anglers stay at the beautiful Wave Point Marina and Resort, the 24 rooms all-suite resort on Little Sturgeon Bay, with full-service marina next to public boat launch.
For the fishermen, I think we have the best of all worlds. We have the full-service marina, we have the gas, we have the plug-ins, we have rooms that can accommodate from 4 people to 12 people if you want to share rooms, and the resort is attractive enough that if you want to come fishing and your wife is tired of you going fishing, this is a good place to bring her so she can stay busy while you go out fishing.
And for more information, go to wavepoint.com. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for our next episodes of Federation Angler TV.